You've allowed the cartels to make billions and billions. As a matter of fact, you're probably the best business partner they could ever have.
As the GOP battles the Biden administration over border security, a group of House lawmakers walked over articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. The delivery of the two articles comes slightly more than 2 months since the House impeached Mayorkas for refusing to enforce the law amid the border crisis.
Now in 2024, in a hearing last week, you testified that we have a crisis at the southern border. Are you finally admitting to what the American people have known to be true, that your border policies don't work?
Some brought up Mayorkas violating his oath of office, citing Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution to protect each state from an invasion.
This is you. This is the last administration. That looks like an invasion on a graph. We've heard from the people that have sat here and testified in these chambers about their family members being raped and murdered by people that weren't supposed to be here, that your administration allowed to be here and then didn't keep track of, didn't deport, didn't detain.
Other lawmakers shamed Mayorkas for how the department is utilizing the budget, not supplying the area with the needed technology such as drones. Several spoke of Laken Riley, who was killed by an illegal immigrant. Another issue brought up was the administration allowing illegals to get real IDs by checking an employment box.
It comes under the parole, which has been something that's been implemented by you in this administration. And so with that parole, this employment authorization document box can be checked. And this, in my opinion, and I think that most Americans would say this totally undermines Real ID compliance given the lack of background checks that goes into knowing who these people are.
Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene shared how Mayorkas is part of the problem, encouraging illegal voting.
They found flyers throughout the Resource Center, Matamoros refugee camp in Mexico, telling illegal aliens, reminder to vote for President Biden when you are in the United States. We need another 4 years of his term to stay open.
The House's action officially puts the ball in the Senate's court, where the minority GOP has pushed to hold a trial against Mayorkas. However, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is expected to dismiss an impeachment. On February 13th, Mayorkas became the first cabinet member to be indicted by the House in 150 years.